Welcome to Rays of Hope, where inspiration meets possibilities. Join us on this journey as we explore videos that illuminate the path to positivity, resilience, and success. Why neighborly kindness matters: building stronger communities together. It's amazing how small acts of kindness can create lasting connections. A friendly wave, a helping hand, or even just a moment to listen can turn neighbors into friends. These simple gestures don't just brighten someone's day, they strengthen the bonds that hold communities together. In a world that sometimes feels rushed or disconnected, the kindness of neighbors reminds us that we're never truly alone. The historical and cultural significance of neighborly kindness. Neighborly kindness has played an essential role in shaping human history and culture. Across time and geography, the bond between neighbors has been a lifeline, fostering connection and building stronger communities. Far beyond today's casual greetings or the occasional shared cup of sugar, the kindness of neighbors once meant survival, celebration, and solidarity. Examples from ancient communities. In ancient societies, neighborly kindness wasn't just a nice idea, it was absolutely necessary. Small, close-knit communities depended on one another to thrive in harsh conditions. Think about early agricultural villages where people worked together for survival. If a farmer fell ill, who would ensure their fields were tended or their family fed? Often, it was the neighbors who stepped up without hesitation, knowing that one person's hardship could ripple through the entire community. In many indigenous cultures, the concept of shared responsibility was central to their way of life. For example, resource sharing. If one family had a surplus of firewood or food, it was common to distribute it among neighbors to ensure everyone made it through the winter. Mutual defense. In some regions, neighbors patrolled as groups to protect the community from outside threats, a precursor to modern-day neighborhood watch efforts. Skill exchange. A skilled blacksmith or mason might barter their craft with nearby families who grew food or raised animals, reinforcing interdependence. These early acts of kindness weren't seen as favors, they were seen as the glue that held the community together. Cultural traditions promoting neighborly bonds. Throughout history, traditions have flourished to strengthen bonds between neighbors. These weren't random gestures, they were often deeply entrenched in cultural practices. One great example is the American tradition of barn raising. This practice, common in rural communities during the 18th and 19th centuries, turned the daunting task of building a barn into a collaborative event. Families and neighbors would gather to construct barns together, often making a full day of it, complete with meals and stories. It wasn't just about the work, it was about creating a shared sense of belonging. Similarly, agricultural societies worldwide have long celebrated their harvests together, turning hard work into communal joy. In parts of Europe, shared harvest festivals would bring neighbors together to enjoy the fruits of their collective labor. Everyone contributed something, whether it was fresh produce, music, or even just a helping hand with the preparations. In Japan, the Maki Awase, community assembly, custom often involved neighbors coming together to tackle shared challenges, such as repairing roads or cleaning shared spaces. These gatherings weren't just about getting things done, they reinforced trust, respect, and the idea that united efforts could overcome individual limits. Even today, echoes of these traditions remind us that working together transforms tasks into meaningful memories. They serve as reminders that neighbors aren't merely people who live near us, they can be lifelong allies, collaborators, and even extended family. Benefits of neighborly kindness in modern communities. Small, thoughtful actions between neighbors can ripple outward, creating a positive impact far beyond individual moments. From boosting emotional health to fostering a sense of safety and collaboration, neighborly kindness is a crucial thread that holds communities together. In this section, let's break down exactly how these benefits shape our modern lives. Improved mental and emotional well-being. Life can be stressful, but even a simple kind act, like a compliment or lending a hand, can lighten the load. Kindness triggers the release of chemicals like serotonin and oxytocin in the brain, which naturally lift our mood. Receiving or offering help to a neighbor doesn't just feel good in the moment, It's scientifically proven to reduce stress and foster happiness. Imagine coming home after a tough day and finding a neighbor has shoveled your driveway or left flowers at your door. How does that make you feel? Small actions like this remind us we're not alone in life's challenges, and they have the unique power to shift our perspective. For many, these moments are a lifeline that reins in feelings of isolation or anxiety. Beyond brief interactions, fostering a network of kind neighbors creates an emotional safety net. These relationships promote trust and understanding, which are critical for handling harder conversations or conflicts. When kindness becomes a recurring exchange, neighbors aren't just acquaintances, they're a built-in source of emotional support. A more connected and secure neighborhood. Communities thrive when people look out for one another. A neighborhood where kindness is the norm often becomes a safer, more united place to live. Why? Because kindness builds trust, and trust fosters teamwork. Think about it. If you know your neighbors, you're more likely to notice when something's off. Kindness lowers the barriers that often keep people distant. When neighbors wave, chat, or help one another, even in small ways, an invisible web of connection and vigilance forms. This makes it easier to notice a stranded package, a lost pet, or even something suspicious happening on the street. Essentially, being kind makes people feel responsible for each other's well-being. In addition to safety, neighborly kindness makes the neighborhood feel like a community rather than just a collection of houses. It's the difference between living near people and truly sharing your life with them. Walking through a neighborhood where people smile, greet each other, and lend a hand just feels different. It feels safe, warm, and welcoming. That's it for part 1. I hope you've got a better sense of how kindness can create lasting connections. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore practical ways to show kindness in our neighborhoods. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us on this uplifting journey with Rays of Hope. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos that spark hope and empowerment. Until next time, keep shining brightly. Thank you for watching.